What's up, Soul Family and everyone out there in the world? This is Nahili teaching to detail, and this is going to be a flight astro reading for the week of November 22nd through the 29th. Now, with that, before I get to the reading itself, I do want to wish all of y'all a good week, and I hope all of y'all had a good past week as well. Good energy and good vibes overall. Now, let's move on to the reading, but first, let's talk about the moon transits. So the moon is, of course, our reactions to the world around us and our responses to the world around us, as well as what we feel we need. And the moon will start the week off transitioning Cancer, so we're all going to be reacting and responding to initiating new ways of feeling the emotions, the cardinal water energies. And so that would be what the moon is going to be, the sign that the moon is going to be in, starting the week off. Now, on the 25th of November, the moon will transit Leo, which will have us all react and respond to fixed fire energies, which fixed fire itself is being fixated on its own ways of seeing and feeling the emotions, and that would be what we are reacting to on the 25th. Now, ending the week off, the moon will transit Virgo, so the moon will have us reacting and responding to being mutable and adaptable to our own and other people's ways of thinking and being practical, ending the week off for this whole week. Now, during the week, the major planetary aspects, the sun will be fully in Sag by the 25th. It's still on the cusp of Scorpio Sagittarius at the moment, but it will be fully in Sag during this week, and we will be fully into Sagittarius season on the 25th. Now, Mercury will be fully in Sag on the 27th, and so with both of these planets, the sun, of course, representing our actions and how we view things, as well as what we want, or as well as correlates to our wants. And Mercury is the planet of thinking and communication. They will both be in Sag. The sun, like I said, on the 25th, and Mercury will be in Sag on the 27th during this week, which Sagittarius itself is mutable fire, being mutable and adaptable to our own and other people's ways of seeing and feeling the emotions. And it will be dealing with that ninth house, with those ninth house energies, which is long distance travel, both externally and internally, higher education and wisdom. Alright, so that would be where our thoughts and communication is expansion, because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and it will be about higher knowledge, higher education, wisdom, and we may even want to travel during this time as well, especially with the Sun and Mercury both being in Sag, and Sagittarius being about expansion and experiences. So, now, moving on to the reading itself. Aries will be at first, and Aries will be at 30. So, this will be the flight astro reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. So, I hope all of y'all Aries are doing good. Let's talk about your energy. So, Aries is cardinal fire, which is initiating and creating new ways of seeing and feeling the emotions. And Aries is born out of the first house of self, personal interest, personal affairs, and personal people, places, and things in your life. So, let's see what you guys got going on for the week of November 22nd through the 29th. We'll start off by pulling out your Neo. And your Neo is the Five of Diamonds. So the Five of Diamonds is you being emotionally attached to a gift. So you're being emotionally attached to a gift during this week. So just know that whatever your emotions are connected to, or whatever you're connected to emotionally, is a gift during this week. Now let's see where that leads us, and pull out your Morpheus. And your Morpheus is the Nine of Clubs. So you're ascending 9 into frustration. So even though you're emotionally connected to a gift, you are ascending into frustration in some way, shape, or form during this week. So it may be people blocking you from really diving into this gift. It may be your own self, it may be you frustrating yourself, or you having blockages in your life when it comes to this gift that you're emotionally connected to, but in any case, you are ascending into frustration during this time. Now let's see what your Trinity is to end the reading off. Let's see if it ends good or bad. Hopefully good rather than bad. So, pulling out your Trinity, and your Trinity is the Queen of Hearts. So, you're receiving grand support from an opportunity. So, recapping the reading, we're going over the reading again. 5 of Diamonds, you're emotionally connected to a gift, but in some way, shape, or form, be a person, circumstance, situation, whatever the case may be, you're ascending into frustration, where at the end of the day, you're receiving grand support from an opportunity. So I don't know what this frustration is, but do your best to not let it block you from these opportunities that you're receiving grand support from, which I don't think that's really blocking it, since this came after the fact. But definitely don't let it block you from this gift that you're most connected to. Now let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So take the 10 from the Queen, plus the 9 is 19, plus the 5 is 24, plus the 2 from the Queen that's left over from after taking that 10, which is 26. 6 plus 2 is 8. So you're dealing with either a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or you need to utilize the Scorpio energy to rectify this, which means that don't show everybody your hands, so show everybody your cards, and so be a little bit more secretive to yourself. Put things behind closed doors, or get deeper into whatever this gift is, or whatever you're dealing with, be it a person, place, or thing, circumstance, or situation. Because Scorpio also deals with depthness, and getting deep into things. So, and finding the root. So, anyways, like I said, you're dealing with the Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or you need to utilize the Scorpio energy and keep things behind closed doors and be a little bit more secretive. Now, moving on to Taurus, which will be at 7:35. So, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of November 22nd through the 29th. Of course, y'all are fixed Earth, being fixated on your own ways of thinking and being practical. And Taurus was born out of the second house of values, and where you plant seeds in the people, places, and things that you value in your life as well. So, see what you guys got going on for you this week. Starting off with the Neo. And your Neo is the 7 of Diamonds. Alright, so the 7 of Diamonds is you getting privy to some information that's a gift. So, in some way, shape, or form, from either a person or a place or a thing or something you watch, whatever the case may be, you're getting privy to some information that is a gift for you during this week. Now, moving on to your Morpheus, and your Morpheus is the 6 of Clubs. So, you're paying attention to frustration though. 6, paying attention, Clubs, frustration. So, even though you're getting privy to some information that is a gift, you're not really paying attention to this gift, you're paying attention to frustration. So, don't let this frustration block you from this gift. Aries had a similar story, but let's pour out your Trinity to see how your ending wraps up. So your Trinity is the King of Clubs. So you're not only paying attention to frustration or learning process, you're giving your grand support to this frustration or learning process as well. So, recapping the reading, or going over the reading again, you're getting privy to some information that is a gift. You're paying attention to frustration as well as giving your grand support from to this frustration as well. So, this frustration that you're paying attention and giving your grand support from is blocking you from this gift, since these came after the fact. So instead of being able to dive fully into this gift that you're being privy to, you're either having to be forced to pay attention to this frustration, or you're just paying this attention to this frustration regardless. With the Six of Clubs, you paying attention to this frustration, as well as you giving grant support to frustration, is blocking you from this gift that you're getting privy to during this week. Now let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So take the 10 from the King, plus the 6 is 16, plus the 7 is 23, plus the 3 that's left over after taking the 10 from the Queen, that's 26. 6 plus 2 is 8. So you're dealing with the Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars. Or you need to utilize the Scorpio energy to rectify this, which is to be more secretive. You put things behind closed doors. Don't show everybody your hands, or get more deeper into the situation. You could also be dealing with an Aries, since they also got Scorpio. So let me just try and calculate these cards up one more time just to make sure. Yeah, 26. Yeah, it's a Scorpio. So pay attention to a Scorpio in your life, because that may be where this opportunity is coming from, or very well could be the frustration that you're dealing with, or you just need to use the Scorpio energy to rectify this, which again is to be more secretive. Don't show everybody your hands, and possibly get deeper into what you got involved in. Alright, maybe get deeper into involving yourself with this gift instead of paying attention to this frustration that you got going on. Alright, so moving on to Gemini. So Gemini will be at 12:10. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury's. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of November 22nd through the 29th. Now you guys are mutable AL, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of thinking and communicating. And Gemini was born out of the third house of people, places, and things that you find familiar, or in the familiarity, as well as locals in close surroundings, or anything in arm's reach. So that being said, let's move on to your reading. Your Neo is the Queen of Diamonds. So the Queen of Diamonds is you receiving grant support from frustration. So you are whatever you are receiving grant support from, it is frustrating you during this week. Now your Morpheus is the 8 of Clubs. So the 8 is you spending a whole lot of time into frustration. So which it makes sense that that's where you're getting your grant support from, is frustration, or a learning process, where you're spending a whole lot of time in that frustration as well. Right. So let's see if we can get something good at the end. Alright, so your Trinity is the 8 of Diamonds. So the 8 of Diamonds is you spending a whole lot of time into gifts. Alright, so you're spending a whole lot of time in these gifts in the end, or whatever gifts you got. But recapping the reading, you're receiving grant support from frustration, but you're also spending time in a lot of time in that frustration. But at the same time, you're spending a whole lot of time in the gifts. So it's like you're spending time in these gifts when you're not spending time in this frustration. So it's either or. You're either spending time in that frustration, or if you're not dealing with that frustration, you're spending time into the gifts. But let's calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So 8 plus 8 is 16, plus the 10 from the Queen is 26, plus 2 that's left over is 28. 8 plus 2 is 10. So you're dealing with a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, or an underlining Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars. Or you need to utilize the Capricorn energy, which is to focus on your business or your status. And business doesn't necessarily have to mean like a job. It can mean whatever you're dealing with, whatever you got going on for yourself, your business. Or you need to utilize the Aries energy and be more about yourself and be more about what you want. So, like I said, you're dealing with either Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, or an underlying Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or may need to use one of those two energies. So, let's put this. So, let's move on to Cancer. And Cancer will be at 15:35. So, Cancers, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of November 22nd through the 29th. Again, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So let's see what you guys got going on for this week. So, Cancer, you are called on water, which is initiating and creating new ways of feeling the emotions. And Cancer was born out of the 4th house of family and privacy life and people that you consider family. So, with that being said, let's see what you guys got going on for this week. Just a shuffle. And starting off with your Neo. So your Neo is the Queen of Clubs. So you're receiving grand support from frustration. So you also may be dealing with the Gemini, since that's exactly what they got for the Neo, was receiving grand support. I think it was either Gemini or Taurus. It might have been Taurus, but one of those two signs. But you're receiving grand support from frustration during this time. Now moving on to your Morpheus. Your Morpheus is you're getting preview to some information that is an opportunity. So, from whatever you're giving grand support from is frustrating you, but you are receiving or getting preview to some information that is an opportunity. And with your Trinity, you get the Ace of Hearts. So, keep in mind that no matter what happens this week, that you are the opportunity. Alright? You are the opportunity. So just keep that in mind. Now, recapping your reading, you're receiving grand support from frustration. Somewhere in the midst, you're going to be receiving or getting preview to some information that is an opportunity. But keep in mind that this opportunity may be coming from your own self, since you are the opportunity. So, make it preview to information that you find out that you are the opportunity during this time. Alright? So let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So, take the 10 from the Queen, plus the 7 is 17, plus the Ace, which is 1, is 18, plus the 2 that's left over, that's 20. 2 plus 0 is 2, so you can be dealing with the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you need to use that the Taurus energy, which is to be more about your stability, be more about what you your own fixated ways of thinking and being practical. Focus on where you're planting seeds at this time, alright? Or you just straight up dealing with the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So, with that being said, moving on to Leo, and Leo will be at 18:35. So Leo, Sun, Moon, and Risings. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of November 22nd through the 29th. And like Leo, you are fixed fire, being fixated on your own ways of seeing and feeling the emotions. And Leo was born out of the 5th house of expressions, fun, entertainment, and whatever you're creatively working on. So, that being said, let's see what you guys got going on for this week, starting off with your Neo. And your Neo is the Ace of Hearts. So the Ace of Hearts is you are the opportunity. So just keep in mind whatever happens this week, that you are the opportunity this week. Alright? So let's see what your Morpheus is. And your Morpheus is you're receiving grand support from a gift. So this week, you are the opportunity and you're receiving grand support from a gift of some sort during this week. Your Trinity is the 2 of Hearts. So somebody else that you're mingling with or talking to is an opportunity as well. So you got all life best reading of the night, or this week, really. But you are the opportunity, which recapping the reading, Ace of Hearts, you are the opportunity. You're receiving grand support from a gift, and somebody else is an opportunity during this week. So let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So take the Queen is 12, plus the Ace, which is 1, is 13, plus the 2, which is 15, 5 plus 1 is 6. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or you need to utilize the Virgo energy to rectify this, which is to put things on day-to-day routine, put things on task, put things on schedule. Alright? Or you're just straight up guessing with dealing with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury during this time. Alright? So just know that you got good stuff going on, especially with you receiving grand support from that gift, and somebody else being the opportunity, which is at the end, and you being the opportunity. Now, let's move on to Virgo, which will be at 27:15. So Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of November 22nd through the 29th. So, Virgo, you are immutable earth, be immutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of thinking and being practical. And Virgo was born out of the 6th house of work, day-to-day routine, scheduling, and health. So let's see what you guys got going on for this week. Starting off with your Neo. Alright? So, your Neo is the Queen of Diamonds. So, the Queen represents you receiving grand support from what? A diamond, a gift. So diamonds means gift. So you're receiving grand support from a gift during this week. And moving on to your Morpheus, you get the King of Hearts. So you're giving your grand support to an opportunity during this week as well. So you may be dealing with the Leo since they got all life, but that's just a minor thing, not an indefinite thing. But let's see what your Trinity is. And your Trinity is the 10 of Spades. So you're descending from opposition during this week as well. So your reading is really good, pretty much on par with Leo's. But recapping your reading, you're receiving grand support from a gift. You're giving grand support to an opportunity, which from giving your grand support from your opportunity, you're descending from opposition. Alright? So let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or keep this going, or who you're dealing with in general. So take the 10 from the King and the Queen, and take this 10 of Spades. 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30, plus the 3 from the King is 33, plus the 2 from the Queen is 35, 5 plus 3 is 8, so you could be dealing with the Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or you need to utilize the Scorpio energy to rectify this, or keep this going, which is to don't show everybody your hands, be a little bit more secretive, keep things behind closed doors, or get deeper into whatever you got going on for yourself. Maybe get deeper into this opportunity that you're giving grand support to, so that you can descend from opposition. Alright? So, whatever the case may be, either keep things behind closed doors, or get deeper with whatever you got going on for yourself. Or you're just straight up dealing with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars. So, with that being said, you could also be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus, an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, because they also got Scorpio as well. So, it's like the light comes out and everybody that's doing the Scorpio wants to keep everything hidden now. That's just funny. But anyways, moving on to Libra, which Libra will be at 24:50. So let's see what you guys got Let me change this real fast. Alright, so Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of November 22nd through the 29th. Now, Libra, you are cardinal Air, which is initiating, creating new ways of thinking and being, thinking and communicating. And Libra itself was born out of the 7th house of relationships and people, how you relate to other people and how you relate to others. So let's see what you guys got going on during this week, starting off with your Neo. And your Neo is the 3 of Spades. So something, be a person, place, or thing in your surroundings is opposite towards you. So you got opposition in your surroundings during this time. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Now for your Morpheus is the 4 of Clubs. So whatever is on your mind is frustrating you during this time. So be a person, place, or thing in your surroundings is opposite towards you, and you are, whatever you're thinking about or communicating is frustration. And your Trinity is the 2 of Clubs. So somebody else is frustrating you, or somebody else is frustrating. No, somebody else is frustrating you. So be a person, place, or thing in your surroundings is opposite towards you. Recapping the reading. Whatever is on your mind is frustrating you, and there's somebody else that is frustrating you as well. So you got a lot of frustration and there's opposition in your surroundings. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. But let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So 3 plus 2 is 5, plus the 4 is 9. So 9 is Sagittarius. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or you need to utilize the Sagittarius energy to rectify this, which means to travel either externally or internally, and internally moving your thoughts and feelings to a different esoteric location or internal location, or you need to focus on wisdom and extracting and using wisdom at this time, or using the higher education that you have, or you're just straight up dealing with the Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter this week. So, as for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And now let's move on to Scorpio. Where Scorpio will be at 2740. So Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of November 22nd through the 29th. Now Scorpio, you are fixed water, which is being fixated on your own ways of feeling the emotions. And Scorpio itself was born out of the 8th house of behind closed doors energy, secrets, occult, mysticism, and anything in the dark. Now keep in mind that the dark does not mean electrical lighting or anything like that. The dark means whatever you're not consciously aware of. So, not mysterious, but mysticism means the same meaning, which is the unknown. So anything of the unknown that is 8th house energies. So let's see what you guys got going on for the week, this week, starting off with your Neo. So your Neo is the 4 of Spades. So whatever is on your mind or what you're communicating about is opposite towards you. So you're thinking opposite towards yourself right now. So don't be your own worst enemy at this time, because whatever is on your mind is opposite towards you. So moving on to your Morpheus, which is the Black Joker, the Little Joker, which is you having an internal epiphany. So you're having an internal epiphany this week, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. From it may be stemming from this, from you thinking opposite though, and why you're being in this energy, and then you having an internal epiphany, since this came afterwards. But your Trinity is the Ace of Clubs. So Ace means you are frustrating yourself. So you are frustrating yourself during this week. So not only what's on your mind is opposition, you're having an internal epiphany, and you are frustrating yourself this week, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. So do your best to not frustrate yourself or dive too deep into this opposition, But keep in mind that there is an internal epiphany in between that you can find out. But let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So 4, which Joker is just more space, so 4 plus the ace, which the ace is 1, that's 5. So you could be dealing with the Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or need to utilize the Leo energy to rectify this, which is to express how you feel and see about things. What are your emotions, and how do you see your own fixated emotions? Express or focus on what you're creatively working on, or you're just straight up dealing with the Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising this week. So, but that Ace of Clubs could also be you learning. So you could also be learning this week, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. But overall, you either need to use the Leo energy, which again is to express yourself and express how you see and feel about things, or focus on what you're creatively working on, or you're just straight up dealing with the Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now, moving on to Sagittarius, which will be at 31:15. So Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter's. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of November 22nd through the 29th. Now Sagittarius, you are mutable fire, which is being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of seeing and feeling the emotions. And Sagittarius itself was born out of the 9th house of long distance travel, both externally and internally, higher education, and wisdom, But with that being said, let's see what you guys got going on for this week. Starting off with your Neo. So, lay these cards down and flip your Neo. So, your Neo is the 4 of Hearts. So, whatever is on your mind, what you're thinking about, is an opportunity. So pay attention to what you're thinking about, because that is an opportunity for you during this week. Now your Trinity, and not Trinity, but Morpheus that you get is the 8 of Spades, which is you spending a whole lot of time into opposition though. So you may be blocking yourself from participating or diving into these opportunities, because you're spending a whole lot of time in opposition. But for your Trinity though, your Trinity is the Ace of Spades. So you are opposite towards yourself. So you're being opposite towards yourself because you're spending a whole lot of time into opposition, while in the meantime, whatever is on your mind is an opportunity. So don't let this opposition block you from diving into this opportunity. Dive into this opportunity during this week. And see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So 8 plus 4 is 12, plus the ace, which is 1, that's 13. 3 plus 1 is 4. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or you need to utilize the Cancer energy to rectify this, which is to put more emotions towards whatever this opportunity is. Don't leave this in the thought realm. Create that seal by adding that emotions, so that you can dive into these opportunities this week. Or if that's not the case, from what I'm just going by from what I'm seeing, you are dealing with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Alright, so moving on to Capricorn. Which Capricorn will be at 34. Alright, so Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. And see what you guys got going on for the week of November 22nd through the 29th. Now, Capricorn, you are cardinal Earth, which is initiating and creating new ways of thinking and being practical. And Capricorn itself was born out of the 10th house of business and status. Alright? So, with that being said, let's see what you guys got going on for this week. Starting off with your Neo. So, your Neo is the Jack of Spades. So the Jack of Spades is you hitting the jackpot of opposition. So this week you're hitting the jackpot of opposition. Alright? some way, shape, or form, person, place, or thing, you're hitting the jackpot of opposition. For your Morpheus, you get the 5 of diamonds. You're emotionally connected to a gift. 5 being emotionally connected to a gift, diamonds. So, besides of this jackpot of opposition you're hitting, you are emotionally connected to a gift. Which leads us to your Trinity, which your Trinity is the 9 of spades. You ascending 9 into opposition. So you hitting going over the reading again, you're hitting the jackpot of opposition. So you're emotionally connected to a gift, but because you're hitting the jackpot of opposition, you're ascending into this opposition as well. So let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So take the 10 from the jack, plus the 5 is 15, plus the 9 is 24, plus the 1 left over from the 10 taken from the jack is 25. 5 plus 2 is 7. So you could be dealing with a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you need to utilize the Libra energy to rectify this, which is to create more balance, create more harmony, bring resolution, or create more equilibrium with what you got going on. Or you're just straight up dealing with the Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus during this week. Alright, so moving on to Aquarius, and Aquarius will be at 36:35. So Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. So let's see what you guys got going on for the week of November 22nd through the 29th. Aquarius, you are fixed ale, which is being fixated on your own ways of thinking and communicating. And Aquarius was born out of the 11th house of how you're seen in the public arena, as well as your associates and people, places, and things that you associate yourself with. And with that being said, let's see what you guys got going on for your Neo and the reading for this week. And your Neo is the Ace of Spades. So you are being opposite towards yourself this week from how things are played out right now. You are being opposite towards yourself. Now moving on to the Morpheus though, you are thinking about an opportunity. Alright? So whatever is on your mind and what you're thinking about is an opportunity. Which leads us to the Trinity, which the Trinity is the Jack of Clubs. So you hitting the jackpot of frustration. Alright? So, recapping the reading, you are being opposite towards yourself. Whatever is on your mind is an opportunity. You're hitting the jackpot of frustration during this week, or learning process. Now, let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. Take the 10 from the jack, plus the 4 in the ace, which is 1, which is 5, and that's 15. Then add the 1 left over from the 10 that you take from the jack, which is 16. 6 plus 1 is 7. So you can begin with the Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you need to utilize the Libra energy to rectify this, which is to bring balance, create equilibrium, or bring harmony or resolution to a situation. Or not resolution, but harmony, like love to a situation. Or you're just straight up dealing with the Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. With that being said, you could also be dealing with a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, since they also had Libra as well. But let's move on to the last sign, but definitely not least, which is Pisces, and Pisces will be at 39. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of November 22nd through the 29th. Now, you Pisces are, of course, mutable water, which is being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of feeling the emotions. And Pisces itself was born out of the 12th house of dreams, illusions, creativity, imagination, and fantasies. So, that being said, let's see what you guys going on during this week. Starting off with your Neo. So, your Neo is the Ace of Spades. So you are being opposite towards yourself, alright? So, In some way, shape, or form, you are being opposite towards yourself this week. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising on Jupiter's. Now moving on to your Morpheus. Your Morpheus is the Two of Clubs. So somebody else is frustrating you, or frustrated. Either or. So somebody else is frustrating you, or so somebody else is frustrating you. Now your Trinity is the big joker. So somebody else is having an internal epiphany. If it was the black joker, it would be you having an internal epiphany. So, but since it's the red joker, somebody else is having an internal epiphany this week. So, with that being said, recapping the reading: Ace of Spades, you being opposite towards yourself. Two of Clubs, somebody else is frustrating you. But that somebody else very well could have, or possibly have, an internal epiphany, or somebody else is having an internal epiphany. Be it this person that's frustrating you or frustrated, or somebody else having that internal epiphany. But let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. Joker is just more space. Ace is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So that's Gemini. So you'll be dealing with a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury. Or you need to utilize the Gemini energy to rectify this, which is to communicate in a mutable and adaptable way. Communicate your thoughts. Just communicate whatever is on your mind. Or it says Gemini energy, which is being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of thinking and communicating. So just communicate whatever is on your mind. So you're not being opposite towards yourself, and somebody else isn't frustrating you, and that possibly that somebody else can have an internal epiphany. So, with that being said, that would be all for this Light Astro reading for the week of November 22nd through the 29th. I hope this helped, brought clarity, or aided you in any way. Shout out to the whole Soul family. Shout out to Dollar the Pilot Man. Y'all be blessed. Again, I hope this reading helped. Alright, y'all take care. And with that being said, y'all take care and peace.